Mamma mia, that's a spicy onion and garlic I got in my hand.
Bruh.
How you guys doing out there? Welcome back to another live stream. That's right. We back from vacation. I was out and about. We had to go to Mexico City for a few days to go take care of some stuff. I had to go cook for the president and all this other stuff. And
Bruh.
anyways, we were just out, doing a few little things. Took a little vacation, and we're back. And I couldn't wait to get back. In fact, on the last podcast, because I did do a podcast last week, just one, because I had time for that after I came back. And I asked the audience that was listening to the podcast, hey, what do you guys want me to cook this week? And overwhelmingly, everybody was just giving me a bunch of Italian dishes. So I said, all right, well, why don't we just start off with Italian? I mean, what could go wrong? I mean, right? Just simple, a little tomato sauce, a little garlic, a little pizza. I mean, come on, pretty limited, right? Pretty easy, huh? Should be an easy week. So I started doing a little research to see what else besides pizza and pasta was out there. And holy guacamole, holy crap.
Bruh.
I was not prepared for so much. How much, food culture was there? I mean, I already knew Italian food culture. I mean, come on, it's one of the strongest and best and craziest out there. But holy guacamole, I had no idea to what level, to what extent. So, when I was writing the menu, I basically had like 38 days of, 38 days of stuff, you know what I mean? Kind of done there. And I was like, okay, wait a minute, we just need 4 days. We need just 1 week here. So I was like, all right, we got to trim it down a little bit. Let's do 1 week, and we'll save a lot of these recipes and a lot of these ideas for future weeks. We're not going to just be an Italian cooking show for crying out loud. But I was like, man, I had no idea as to how awesome and how many things we can actually do that are Italian, that are awesome and easy to do and everybody loves and all that good stuff. So, and just so much to learn. So I decided, all right, let's just get into it. So today we're going to just start off with the basics. All right, we're going to be making first of all, we're going to make some tomato sauce. Basic tomato sauce. Now, we're going to be making throughout the week and in the future, we're going to be making a variety of Italian cuisine, whether it's, straight up, American Italian or actually Italian, all right? And we're going to, I'm going to let you know what is what as we go along. But you know what, before I'm going to just tell you what the menu is, and I got to roll the intro. I forgot, I got so freaking excited. I forgot.
Bruh.
I got to do the intro and all that crap, make sure we're running. I think we're running over here. But anyways, all right, real quick before I forget. So today we're going to be making some pizza. We're going to be making pizza dough, obviously to start off with. Some marinara sauce, just simple tomato sauce. We're going to be making some meatballs, meatballs and red sauce, a little spaghetti. And we're going to be making some almond cookies. Yeah, that's right. I'm actually looking really forward to the almond cookies more than anything else. I've eaten the other stuff a bunch of other times. I'm just making this because I know a lot of you guys, were asking me to make just basic tomato sauce. And I know a lot of you guys want basic stuff. So that's what we try to do on the show, trying to learn, educate. So we're going to make a basic tomato sauce that you can use for basically anything. We're going to go from there and then make all the other stuff, basic, pizza dough, basic, all that stuff. And then the almond cookies. Can't wait for those. This is going to be awesome. So, I've never made them before, but I've had them, and my God. All right, so let me roll the intro. Let me make sure we're running on all cylinders over there, and I'll be back in like about 1 minute, no longer than that, I promise. All right, we're already pretty much rolling anyway, so see you in a sec. right, guys, let's do this. We're back. So today, like I said, we're just making some basic Italian yummies that I think most of the world knows. What basically has made Italian food famous around the world. Which is just like the basic, spaghetti and meatballs. A little Chef Boyardee. Maybe that's not so popular around the world, but you get what I'm saying. A little spaghetti and meatballs and some pizza. That's it. I mean, can't get any more basic than that. So when it comes to the almond cookies, that's like a super Italian dish. Super like something you'll find that anywhere and everywhere in Italy. And it's kind of like a special treat out here, but we do find it out here. It's pretty close to like marzipan, like the marzipan that you've had before. Maybe you haven't, but maybe you have. I think maybe a lot of people have out there. Little almond marzipan. But anyways, all right, let's just get into it and let's start the show without further ado. All right, so we're gonna start off with the tomato sauce. Not necessarily the pizza dough. I was gonna start with the pizza dough, but that does cause a little bit more of a mess. And then when I was looking at the recipes and how to make it, I finally settled on this one recipe by an actual pizza guy. You know what I mean? Like a guy that owns a pizza shop and award-winning, and he's just a pizza guy. Like literally, not a YouTuber making pizza dough. No. A pizza guy making pizza dough in front of a camera. So that guy, I was like, all right, let me go with that guy's recipe. I got a feeling that guy knows what he's doing. And everybody was like, oh, you gotta let this rise for hours and hours, or a week or a day. And then this guy was like, I mean, yeah, ideally you would like it to rise a lot, but you could basically let it rise 20 minutes and you're good, especially if you're in a hot kitchen, which we are. Oh wait, wrong one too. Jesus, what's going on there? We're in a hot kitchen, right? Check. Sorry guys, back from vacation. I forgot where all the buttons are. You know what I mean? So sometimes it takes a little while. All right, so anyways, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see everybody, kind of like showing up and hanging out already. And I see Hiv Loco out there. I don't know who else is out there, but shout out to all of you guys. Thanks again for watching, hanging out. I think Lambo wants some meatballs on his sub. This guy. Or meatballs on his pizza. I don't know what he wants, but it's okay. It's okay. We're going to do it together. All right, so let's just get into it. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start chopping the onions. All right, let me see if I can get a better angle here. There. All right, you can kind of see what I'm doing, or maybe bring it down a little further. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so we can start piling up over here on the other end. We're gonna start. I'm gonna bring this over here. All right, we're gonna bring the helicopter cam. Remember? Helicopter. By the way, in your top right. All right. We got the helicopter cam. All right. And as you guys can see there, we got the. All right, we're getting the wrong one. Where's the one I'm looking for? There we go. We got the. We got the pan already ready and rolling and ready to go. All right, so we're gonna just make a basic tomato sauce. You can kind of vary on this however you want. If you don't like onion, don't add onion. If you like less onion, add less onion. If you only like, if you don't like oregano, don't add oregano. If you don't like, whatever, you know what I mean? But we're just gonna go super crazy basic, okay? If you want mushrooms, you can add mushrooms. If you want meat, you can make it a meat sauce, not a bolognese, but again, we're just kind of going with a, kind of like a almost, not American, but this is also basic Italian, basic Italian American, all right? More than anything else, because what I learned about Italian cooking is that there's nothing basic. Everything is just, next level. So, since I don't know the exact history on this, and this is just basic tomato sauce that we all know and love for many things, we're just gonna call it an Italian American tomato sauce, all right? Just in case. Because I know if there's an Italian watching out there, you're probably like stab me through the camera or through the screen or whatever. So, shout out to you. Shout out to any Italians out there brave enough to be watching this. So, anyways. Hey, I know there's a few people in the chat. If there's anyone in the chat, can you just say something real quick? I want to make sure that my chat over here is working. Anyways, thanks again. So what we're going to do is, like, I'm just going to start chopping the onion, chopping some garlic. We're going to saute that nice and good. We got a Spanish onion today. All right, that's what we're going to be using. We're going to be making a little bit of extra tomato sauce. We're going to be using a little bit for today for, you know, what is it? We're going to be using a little bit today for the spaghetti and meatballs, but we're also going to save whatever's left over and using that for the lasagna, because we got a lasagna coming up, all right? All the way at the end of the week. If you want to see the full schedule, check on the YouTube page. It's all right there on the front page, and you can see everything coming up. All right, so let's turn this on real quick. All right, got this bad boy back here turned on. Oh. Let's get some olive oil in there. Okay. All right, now we're just gonna chop this onion real quick, and then just chop some garlic and throw it in there. And we're gonna saute that, all right, until it gets nice and translucent. You already know the deal, and that's it. Now, like I said, there's many variations to Italian tomato sauce. You know, you're making like a bolognese or other things like that. You're probably gonna be adding like carrots or celery or other things inside and stuff like that. But again, we're making just a basic tomato sauce, and we're not gonna be using this tomato sauce for the pizza. I learned again that in order to really make a good pizza, you just need basic just tomatoes. All right, so we're gonna be saving some of that for that. All right. And you already know this is kind of basic stew-ish here, so we're just gonna be chopping it up. You know, doesn't have to be exact or anything like that. This is kind of again like a stewish type situation here. You know, it's gonna break down in the tomato sauce, and so you know, since the tomato sauce is like plain, basically easy to make, we're just gonna get that going now. You know what I mean? So that way we're not wasting any time. Okay. So I'm gonna go on ahead and add these onions in there. Oh, shout out to Jorge, shout out to John, shout out both of you guys. Thank you very much for the messages. Hells yeah. All right. So we're just gonna go back here, start adding the onion. Get that going, and then just garlic, just a few heads of garlic, whatever. It's Italian food, So we're making, okay, so now we're talking about, Italian food. Yeah, there's a lot of Italian food, and each region is completely different. So whenever you see kind of like red tomato sauce, the garlic, like a lot of like garlic in this sense, we're talking about the South. We're making more like Sicilian, Southern Italy type stuff today. You know what I mean? That's basically what we're doing out here. Alright? So, yeah, a lot of the Italian immigrants that first came to the U.S., a lot of them, were from there, from that region. And so that's why we have a lot of that tomato sauce. And if you go to those regions, yeah, sure, it's not exactly, like I said, we're going to try and recreate some of these on the show in the episodes to come. Maybe none, some this week and in the future. But regardless, you quickly find out that, like, a lot of the things that we know of as actually Italian American food, it's actually just Southern Italian food. And, a lot of people like to poo-poo on, red sauce, tomato sauce, things like pizza or spaghetti and meatballs. But no, there's things like that out there now. Again, I also quickly learned there's no real like the way they cook in Southern Italy is very different, and they use things like tuna and a lot of seafood, and not necessarily like spaghetti and meatballs. Now you'll find things like spaghetti and meatballs or alla bolognese or whatever, But yeah, it's not necessarily what we think. You know, it's almost, you know, like when you hear Chinese food and American Chinese food are two completely different things. Okay, something like that, but not quite. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the Italian food that we all know and love in the USA or from, you know, wherever we're from, is pretty close to what you'll find in Italy. Now, of course, in Italy is like 10 million times better, you know, but, and they do it right. They do it, you know, how they're really supposed to do it. But other than that, not that far off. And again, you'll see why. It's very basic. It's very easy. Okay, so again, we got garlic. All right, I'm gonna throw that in there now. Again, you want to ever impress anybody, like let's say you're a guy or a girl, whoever, and you want to impress somebody with your cooking, and you might not even know anything about cooking, just chop up some garlic and onions, all right? Now trust me on this. Chop up some garlic and onions and just cook them. And that the whole house is gonna smell like the most delicious thing ever. So, oh, I just realized I don't think the music was playing. I don't know why the music turned off. I apologize. I gotta fire my producer. You know, this guy here, the guy behind the camera over there. All right, so right now what we're gonna be adding over here is just some salt and pepper. You know, basic. A little salt and pepper. We'll add more later. Let's zoom in so you can see what's going on in the pot. Let me zoom over there. There we go. So again, I turned this down for a second. I didn't want to burn it, but you see, it's very basic. You know, we're not really going crazy here. So you know, you can buy that ragu in a bottle, or you can just make your own. This is oregano. I'm adding oregano. All right, you can go and add whatever you want. All right, little thyme. All right, these are spices I like. All right. But yeah, you don't even have to add any of these herbs. A little basil, because you know it's Italian, right? Italian. Whatever. And that's it, guys. You know, this is pretty simple. You know, gonna fry these up for a minute here. Okay. I put this on low because you know I don't want it to go on burn. I'm gonna add a little oil. Oh, remember, this is also flavored. All right, olive oil. Don't be afraid here to add a little extra. Okay, so now we're gonna come back over here. All right, I'm gonna bring it back over here, and we're gonna go on ahead and open. All right, we got our tomato sauce. All right. Now we're gonna save some of this because, like I said, we're gonna use this for the pizza. So what I'm gonna do here, now I always like to smell my bottles. I don't know why. Never mind. Let me put the camera back up here. All right. We're gonna save some of this, all right, for later for the pizza. You know what? Why am I even putting it in here? I should just save it in a. Trying to find the better container. I guess I just use this glass bowl over here. Anyways, let me not waste any more time. I need to actually get these tomatoes. All right, so we got these San Marzano tomatoes. All right, and we're gonna go on ahead and add them in there. All right. So in fact, what we're gonna go on ahead and do here is let's. I'm gonna drain this liquid in there. All right. You know, so that way the liquid can already start the process of making sure that it doesn't burn. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I know. I hope you get it. In the meantime, we're gonna crush these tomatoes. That's it. We want to. And again, the proper way to really crush them is again by hand, with a spoon, whatever, man. Don't be getting all fancy. You don't want to break them up too much. You don't want to break them up too little. Just kind of break them up. You want little chunks of tomato and your tomato sauce. But anyways, again, guys, we're making just basic marinara, basic tomato sauce. So that way you don't, how to buy the stuff in the bottle anymore. You can. There's nothing wrong with it, except there's preservatives and chemicals and all those other yada yada in there. We're basically, this is fresh. All right, and the reason you want these canned tomatoes from Italy, San Marzano, is because they're not just any tomatoes, okay? They're not like Dole tomatoes or whatever, green giant tomatoes, no. I mean, these people over there in Italy, they take things like canning to another level. It's like an art over there, same as in Spain and Portugal. When you have like canned tuna over there, it's like next level stuff, I mean? It's not like, Bumblebee,
Bruh.
So the same thing with tomatoes and everything else. All right, so, we got these tomates, okay? These Italian tomatoes, we're just gonna add them in there now. Now we chop them up. All right. Okay, so we got those in there. And like I said, we're gonna separate some of this, for the pizza later, okay? So, and again, this is what I learned, basically it's just this, you know what I mean? With some salt and pepper and oil, whatever. That's it. I think that's it. Yeah, because this is just tomato puree. All right, that's all this is. This same tomatoes here, but just pureed already. All right. So that's it. I think that's enough. Just a little bit. I mean, how many? I think we're just making one pizza, but yeah, we're just gonna make one pizza. We're gonna save some of that dough for later on in the week. But anyways, let's add all this in there. All right. Now you already know the trick. We gotta add some water in there, shake it up, make sure it all goes in there. Hey Lisa, what's up? Shout out from Colorado. Shout out from Merida. Shout out to you. Hey Loco, shout out to you. Like my mom's canned tomatoes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you can or bottle, what is it? Or you preserve. You preserve your stuff, your own. You know how to preserve? Yeah, you already know. You already know the difference. It's night and day with preserved stuff. You know what I mean? Like stuff with like preservatives and stuff. So that's basically it. I think this is a bit too much sauce in here. Oh, we got the water pump alert. Sorry about the water pump there. Okay, let me mute for a minute. All right. So we got the tomato sauce there. All right, I put it on medium low. Okay, it's on medium low now. And that's it. That's it. We're done. You know what I mean? Basically, now we just gotta like cook it. You know, stir it, cook it. You know, we're gonna be adding some more salt. All right, because those tomatoes are not salted. Gonna make sure we salt them. We've already added whatever herbs and spices. That's it. We're good there. Not gonna add anything else. All right, we already got the oil in there. We're good. I mean, you can't get any easier than this. So you should, if you can, you should make your own sauce. All right. There's no reason not to. Don't be scared. Don't be scared out there, guys. But if you got the time, I know a lot of people don't have the time. I get it. But if you have the time, you can just make your own, and then add a little sugar. Again, these are little tricks here. Not a lot, but just enough because tomatoes are very acidic. Oh shit! Thank God it was. Anyways, but yeah, tomatoes are very acidic, and yeah, you know what I mean. You just want to add a little sugar. You might as well add it now. So it can cook in there now. No reason not to. And that's it. You know what I mean? We just let this thing ride out. Okay? And then later on, towards the end, we're going to add some vinegar. A little bit of vinegar. But that's it. You know what I mean? This is super, super easy, super simple. That's it. And by the way, you know what I mean? Honestly, I was going to add a little less sugar than, what I was going to add. I was going to add like a little over a tablespoon, because that's what a lot of people like to add. I was going to add a little less, and then the gods said no, and they just pushed the whole tablespoon worth of sugar in there. So, whatever. No worries. So, the trick here is to let this cook. Now, let's get into that real quick. So, a lot of people think the whole thing behind tomato sauce is you got to just cook it. What is it? You got to make it and then just cook it. Like, the longer it cooks, the longer it stirs, the longer whatever, the better the flavor, the better. Now, technically, yeah, that's right. That is right for a certain kind of tomato sauce, if that's what you're looking for, which it is. That's the kind of tomato sauce that we're making now. We're trying to develop some fresh, we're trying to develop some very deep flavors here. And it's going to take a while, for the whole thing to kind of merge together and cook and all that good stuff. So, yeah, but that's what we're doing here. But, there are a lot of other tomato sauces that are just basically very similar to what we just made there. Just maybe the tomato sauce. No tomato sauce. Only like the canned tomatoes, some garlic, some olive oil, a little salt and pepper, and that's it. And it's only cooked for a few minutes. And that's also another tomato sauce. It's a fresh tomato sauce. And then you toss in the pasta and man, that's another level. That's something else. And even a little anchovy in there. How we did before. I'm telling you, man, that's like next level right there. And that's just very easy, very quick. And again, using the same ingredients, only making it like that. Now, what we're making now is something completely different. This is something what we're making now is more what a lot of people are used to out there, which is like, developing those deep flavors, within the tomato sauce. All right. So that's what we're trying to do. And again, very simply, you saw what we did there. The only difference between making this and opening up a can of ragu is the fact that the ragu has already cooked, and done its thing for a while, and yada yada yada. So, again, that's why maybe a lot of people shy away from this, because they're like, oh my God, I don't have the time. But if you know a little bit more about Italian cooking, you'll realize that, when you got the time, you can make this. When you don't got the time, you can make something with the same ingredients, or less ingredients actually, and it tastes just as good or better, depending on what you like. So, yeah, I like it all, because I'm a fat beep. But, hold on, let me see if we got do I have it? I don't think I have it. But anyways, and so it doesn't matter to me, but in this case, we're just making this because, this is what the people wanted, So we're making what the people want, I don't always do what the people want. There's a lot of people on Facebook out there yelling at me because I don't make any bicycle videos and walk around with my camera anymore. And I respectfully say, well, because I want to cook from now on, so that's what I want to do. You can go on your bike and you can fucking look at Meredith, go ahead and fucking place yourself, all right? Anyways, But yeah, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, but sometimes, you know, I do like to do stuff that people want. So in this case, you know, that's what we're making today. It has nothing to do with me loving pizza, by the way. Anyways, so yeah, what we're gonna be doing today is, you know, now we're gonna go on ahead and start work the pizza dough, all right? So let's work on that pizza dough. You already know, meat and dough do not get along, so this is gonna be an adventure. So let's get into it. Let's just start working on it, all right? And I said, did I miss you breaking anything yet? You only missed me adding a little bit too much sugar to the pasta. I mean, to the sauce. That's all. So not really, you know, you didn't miss much, I guess. Shout out to Lodak, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitch. You know, all of you guys are the best, you know. Shout out to all of you. You're all the best, no matter where you're watching me from, but you guys are extra special on Twitch. Whatever. Just kidding.
Bruh.
Just kidding, just kidding. And nobody's watching on Twitch, by the way, you know, just FYI. I know there's a few people watching, but, you know, nobody's brave enough to say anything. Alright, so now what we're going to be doing is that we're going to start making that pizza sauce. I'm sorry. We're going to start making that pizza dough. That's right. But yeah, again, you know, canned tomato sauce. So we're just going to like just put this on low, set it, and forget it. That's it. Just let this kind of cook down. It already smells so good. So good. So good. Alright. So now let's just get, so I found this pan here. And I was like, let me make sure it fits in the oven. It does. Yay. So we're gonna see if we can make a pizza on this. I think I'm gonna maybe put this in the oven, let it get nice and hot and warm, and then take it out and use it like a pizza stone. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. It's gonna be an adventure today, I'll tell you that. I tell you what. Alright, so we're gonna make that dough. Let me get the ingredients. Anyway, shout out to everybody out there. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, Mexico City was pretty awesome, man. I really enjoyed it over there. It was really nice. Also, it's not like 100, it's like literally 100 degrees out there, not including the humidity. That's how hot it is right now, right out there, 1000%. In fact, yeah, you can see it's right here. So, it's hot.
Bruh.
Mexico City was not that hot, but it was cool, and it was nice. It was nice, you know. So, but yeah, it was really interesting, really cool. But the thing I didn't like about it was just so much. What is it? Pollution, man. It's like next level of pollution out there. All right, so we're gonna start getting all the ingredients ready. Okay, all the hell. We gotta bloom some, we gotta go on ahead and bloom an onion. No, I mean, we gotta bloom some yeast. Alright, so let's do that first. Let's get some water warming. Where is the base? What? Alright, so I got about like a cup and a half of water here. Let me just warm this up by placing it over here for a minute. Alright, and let's get the yeast. Hey, shout out to Narad Yalouf. I have no idea how to say your name, bro. Can you help me with like some phonetics? How do you let me see, Narad Yalouf. Yalouf? Narad Yalouf? What up, dog? Anyways, alright, so let's, you're gonna get 10 grams of yeast. Guys, come on, man. Try to keep it PG rated here or something. All right, so. All right, so we got 11 grams. Okay, as it goes a little over, no biggie. All right. So we got the yeast. All right, so we got 11 grams of yeast. All right, and we're warming some water here real quick, just for a second. Let me get the bowl. All right, in the bowl we're going to be mixing the other ingredients. Shout out to everybody. I don't know. Is the music even playing? I don't know why I don't hear the music. It's just not loud enough. You gotta get that Russian hard bass back in here, right? What do you think? Oh, there we go. I think we got something there. All right, so we're warming this water up here for a minute. Not a lot, just for a quick second. It's already like 100 degrees out here anyway. I want to make sure I don't go over 100 degrees here. All right. Make sure we don't go over too much. Yeah, so we're trying to keep it at 100 to 110 degrees, okay? So, okay? And so we don't want to like kill the yeast or anything like that. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna just, let me bring this camera down. Just tomato sauce over here. Nothing to see here. Just some tomato sauce. All right, so you guys are gonna keep an eye on the yeast. Actually, that'd be great. Okay, so you got the yeast there, all right? You guys can see it. All right, and we got the water, all right? So we're just gonna get some of the water. This is the water that we're gonna be using to make the dough. So we're just gonna get some of this water and just add it in there, all right? Just give a little mix. Okay. You guys can see it there, just fingering the yeast.
Bruh.
Okay. And that's it. We're just gonna leave that there for a minute. Okay. That's my name backwards because I'm a backwards ass fool. Foley. Darren? Oh, Darren Foley. Darren Foley. Like Mike Foley, like the wrestler. Is that you? Sacco? seconds, all right.
Bruh.
I hope it's not too warm. I feel like it might have been a little bit too warm. Let me just double check here, you know, with the thermometer. No, that's fine. Okay. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I think it's like doing something. Yeah, you see like the bubbles and stuff? Yeah, I think you guys can see it there. You guys can kind of watch it. Now, you know, I don't need to, you know, wait, you know, this whole thing to bloom or whatever, you know what I mean? It's already blooming. And I'm just trying to show you a little bit. So you guys can keep an eye on it real quick while I get the rest of the ingredients together, you know? There. Alright, okay. Alright, so let's get the other ingredients together. So, Darren Foley, like Michael Foley. Who knew? Who knew we had somebody more famous? Who knew? Shout out to you. I used to watch you fight the Undertaker. Alright, so we need how many? Oh shit! It almost went right into the yeast head first. Okay, 3.5 cups, okay. Now I'm just using the spoon real quick because, you know, I don't want to be spilling this everywhere. There. Okay, so we got about 2 cups there, alright? And 1.5 more. Go with a little less, alright? That's like 1 cup. Alright? And then if we need more, we'll add more, alright? 1 cup and a few, you know? We need more, we'll add more, okay? Just in case. Okay? He's the opposite of famous. I don't know, man. I don't know. You seem pretty famous to me, man. Alright, so we're gonna get some salt. I need to buy more salt. I gotta buy more salt. Where's my, there we go. Salt, flour, and then the olive oil. And that's it. And then the water. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty easy, guys. It's pretty simple. So in here, all I've added, you know, again, all the ingredients are down below. If you want all the ingredients, you gotta like watch on YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't know why on Twitch and other, you know, I can't really put the whole recipe down or what have you. I gotta figure that out. I gotta like tweak everything. All right, we're still trying to figure out, you know, what streaming platform we're gonna go with 100%. All right, but yeah, you know, we're just making and producing, and then we're gonna figure it out as we go along. So, you know, we're just gonna get it going ahead and add some olive oil up in here. All right, just add it in there now. All right, all right. Let's go on ahead and add some of the water. All right, so we're just gonna get down deep and dirty in here. Let me see if I can get a. You can get like a bird's eye view here, see what I'm doing. So again, you can see the yeast, you know, it's still doing its thing here, all right? It's already activating, smelling yeasty. So we got all the ingredients in here, all right, except for the water and the yeast, all right? So we're gonna be adding that soon. Let's just take a quick little stir of the sauce. I'm gonna put the sauce in the back burner because I don't want it to burn. because I want to make sure it's as low as possible. All right. So, because even on low here, it's too high. Like me. Okay. So we got that tomato sauce. So let's just get the dough going, all right? So let's just go on ahead and add some of the water in there. So just remeasure. Like a cup and a half or something, right? Just making sure. All right, and let's add the yeast in here now. All right, let's go on ahead and add that yeast. Get all that yeast in there. Let's mix it up. And that's it. Just start mixing it up. Okay, you guys can see it there. It's very quickly getting very sticky. Okay? It's gonna be a very, very sticky dough. But the yeast is already doing its thing, okay? The yeast is already working in there. It's already forming. Okay? Alright, let me go on ahead and add a little bit of extra olive oil in there for again flavor. So, you know, I got this from a New York pizza guy, you know what I mean? Like, I forgot the guy's name, but he's like a really famous young chef. And, you know, he has like a show on, maybe you guys know his name and you guys can help me out. But he has a show on Vice or Munchies or whatever, and it's called The Pizza Show. All right, and basically, like I said, he's just a regular, basic New Yorker, you know, making pizza, and he's such a good guy, awesome dude. All right, so here again, we're gonna now add the rest of the water. All right, not the rest, but we're gonna add more water in there. Okay. Okay, there we go. So remember, I added a little less flour and a little less water than what the recipe originally indicated, just because, you know, we got to make sure we don't add too much of either, you know, because otherwise, then we really got a big mess. So there we go, it's coming together, looking good. So this is a very sticky dough, you know what I mean? Like 100%. Okay? So just be prepared for that. You can't get away from that. All right, so what we're gonna do here, we need to add more flour. So this is a trick that I learned. You know, when you got like a handful of like, you see? It's all full of sticky flour like that. I mean, sticky dough. You wash your hands with flour, you see? You put flour on your hands instead of water, and you wash it. Look, okay? And it just comes right off. Okay? Which I know you would think would be pretty obvious, right? But sometimes, like the most obvious thing, you never know. You never figure out until somebody tells you. All right, so you know we got the dough. You know, looking good. All right. So what we're gonna do now real quick, all right, is I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna put this out on the table. Remember, Barry, you gotta have a clean table. Just get a little flour on here. Okay. Okay, just you don't want to be playing with this too much, you know what I mean? You just want to just get it to get to the shape you want. So you see it's sticky, and you just basically want to keep mixing it Not too much, but just kind of shape it and mix it until you get to the point where it's not sticking to your fingers anymore, all right? And that's it. It's still sticky, but it's not really sticking to your fingers anymore. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and that's it. Look, see? Easy. Look at that pizza dough. Okay, just a little extra flour on it. So again, these are the tricks I learned from the pizza master there, all right? So then he said just basically that's it. You know, you don't play with it too much, all right? And then you get like this top, I guess, this, you know, whatever, like that, and just throw it in the bowl with the camera and everything.
Bruh.
Hold on. Okay? So you just throw it in the bowl there, alright? Okay? And then you just... Stupid camera. Yeah, I'm gonna be soon investing on better equipment and all kinds of stuff to make sure, you know, we got a better production here, make my life easier. You know? Alright, so that's it. You know, we just sprinkle a little flour, throw a little flour, and that's it. You know, no oil, you know what I mean? You always see like oil, olive oil, all this shit. No. And by the way, I'm going with this guy's recipe and technique because, you know, again, you know, this guy is a pro, like a pro who makes one of the best New York pizzas in New York. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, let's go with that guy. You know, making pizza is extremely hard. So I figured, you know what I mean? I think I'm probably going to be better suited to follow a chef's recipe. You know what I mean? Someone that's been making this forever, as opposed to somebody on TV. I don't know, or somebody on YouTube. You know. All right. So now we're just going to let this rest in a very nice, warm spot. Oh, great! What do you know? We have a 100-degree plus kitchen here. Perfect. So we're just going to like cover this and set it aside. So I'm going to go on ahead real quick and just, you know, I'm going to leave it here. Yeah. Then wash my hands and then cover it and we'll be back. I mean, you know, later on when we're not going to use all of this dough right now. Look, if I don't know, you can probably see it already rising. You know what? I might keep that camera on this to see if we can keep it, you know, watch it rising. Why not? But yeah, like I said, 20 minutes from now we can already make the pizza. But we're not going to. We're going to let it wait. Again, the longer, the better. All right? The longer you let this wait, the better. If you're going to let this, you know, rest overnight, then put it in the fridge. All right? Because it's, you know, it's too damn hot. You know, you're going to bake it. Anyways, I think it's finally time for me to get that that Costco membership. I think they sell things like industrial size plastic wrap and shit like that there, right? Anyways, enough of this fake ass plastic wrap. You know, because at the end of the day, I mean, I think I stay with like the home cooking stuff, you know, here, you know, like using things I can buy at the grocery store, so that way you guys can see, you guys can also do it too without needing professional equipment. So that's kind of why certain things I keep a certain way. So you can see me having the same amount of trouble with the plastic wrap as you would. Yeah, because if I get the professional plastic wrap, there's no, that's it, we're done. You know, you know, we're just spend like half an hour there just trying to wrap that thing with this piece of shit here. I'm gonna get this camera and just put it on the pizza dough over here, so you guys can watch it rise to the occasion. We're gonna have make the pizza can here. Man, this thing keeps breaking, man. It break everything. Okay, so the dough's already rising, so we're gonna let this just sit there. You can watch it rise even more. Well, the GoPro died anyway, so we're gonna get that reconnected in a second. I'm gonna clean up here for 1 minute. I wonder if you could bake pizza in one of those sun ovens. Anybody know? I mean, maybe, but I have no idea. It's probably gonna. It'd probably take a while. But the thing about pizza though, what I've learned is that in order to make the best pizza for real, you're gonna have a really hot oven, and that's why like those brick ovens, you know, like those coal fire ovens are the best, you know. Yeah, I don't have a baker stone or anything like that. We're gonna just try and do this, you know, how anyone else would do it at home without all that fancy stuff. So we're gonna. I found this. It's better than the sheet pan, so we're gonna go with that. All right, I'm gonna see if I can reconnect the GoPro real quick, so you guys can keep an eye on. And keep an eye on that real quick. Shout out to everybody out there. Welcome in. But that was pretty easy, right? I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be a lot harder, you know, than that. That's what she said.
Bruh.
Wait, where's the... Jesus, man. Fuck, I suck. I suck with the... Yeah, I mean, I'm just gone for 1 week. And you forget a lot, man. You know, like, immediately. You know, it's funny, man. You know, really, that's why people, like, the best, really, you know, like, man, why are they the best? It's like, honestly, it's because they just keep doing it every day, and they never just forget anything. It's all just, you know, it's how you... It's hard. It's like muscle memory type stuff, you know what I mean? And it's like almost impossible for you to fuck up, you know what I mean? The rhythm. But yeah, if you just take like sometimes like 1 day off, like especially like for example, I realized this when I would hear baseball players talking about that, and I think it was Bo Jackson. Shout out to Bo, you know, for any other boomer out there. But yeah, I remember Bo Jackson talking about it where he was like, when they were asking him, you know, what's the most difficult sport for him? You know, what was the most difficult sport for him? And he would say baseball because he goes, oh, I could take weeks off of football. You know, I could be injured. I could take all this time off of football, American football, and then just, you know, come back and be ready to play and run, you know, for like 250 yards, you know what I mean, in a game. But in baseball, you just take one at bat off, you know what I mean, 1 day off, you know, from batting, and forget it. That shit'll fuck you up, you know what I mean? That shit'll mess up your whole rhythm, mess up everything. So, honestly, I think cooking really, honestly, especially like on a more professional level, but just cooking in general, you know what I mean, is one of those things like baseball, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you could, you know, just, you know, after not cooking for a while, you know what I mean, you could just get back on the field and, you know, sure, maybe play first base You know what I mean? Or, you know, maybe play the outfield or whatever. It might take you a while to hit the ball again, but it's going to be a minute. It's going to take you a little while before you really get back to, you know, hitting regularly, throwing the ball regularly, you know, just getting back to in the whole thing, you know? So yeah. Oh, shout out to all the bots, you know, whether they're on D Live. By the way, D Live is pretty terrible, man. Nobody, I don't know. I feel like almost nobody watches anything on D Live anyway. I just throw it on there because, you know, whatever. It's one of the choices that I have. You know, why not just catch anything? But all I seem to catch from D Live is just a bunch of bots. You know, more bots than the ones on YouTube. By the way, whatever happened to all the Russian bots on YouTube? It seems like they're all fighting the war, right? Anyways, so but yeah, you know, when it comes to pizzas, man, you want the hotter the oven, the better. Okay, so we got ourselves, you know, the dough cooking off there. So now what we're gonna do is let's see. Let's go on ahead and make them cookies. Why not, right? Just go on ahead and make the cookies, or should we make the meatballs? Let's make the meatballs first, okay? Let's do that. Well, you know what? No. Let me make the cookies. Make up your mind already, bro. Yeah, let's make the cookies first. I forgot. I gotta the meatballs. The meatballs are easy, so we just make that later. Okay. Oh really? Oh, I don't know. Justin's son owned not Binance. I know that he owned whatchamacallit, D Live, but that makes sense. You know, that's a Tron guy, right? That's a guy from Tron. Yeah, he fucked up BitTorrent, I think, right? No, I was gonna say BitConnect, almost, right? But BitTorrent, I know he fucked up BitTorrent too. I think he did. I don't know. Maybe he did it. I don't know. I don't use BitTorrent anymore. Or dare I say, I never used it ever, right? Okay, so let's get into the almond cookies. That's right. I can't wait for those. No. What happened? This thing froze. Bro, this thing fucking...
Bruh.
There we go. Alright, so let's start getting the ingredients ready here. So we're going to be needing some egg whites, some almond extract, powdered sugar. Okay. Let's get them egg whites. I was like, who are you gonna fight? Oh, you're gonna fight Justin's son? You're not a fan of Justin's son, I see. Anyways, alright. Alright, so let's get these ingredients in here. Alright, so we're gonna just use our trusty scale, you know, to make sure, you know, we get it right. Gotta stir the sauce, gotta keep stirring the sauce. Alright, don't forget, stir the sauce. Remember, you guys ever watch Goodfellas? Don't forget to keep stirring the sauce! Okay. So let's start measuring out the ingredients. Now this is pretty easy, you know, from what I understand. Basically it's just getting all the ingredients together at the same time, and that's it. Alright, so we got ourselves some very expensive almond flour. Man, I hate when they do that. You know, when they have like one price, you know, at the thing, and then when you're gonna go pay, it's like another price. Anyways, whatever. Okay, so you get some almond flour here. Almonds. So how much almond flour you say? 250 grams of almond flour. So let's go on ahead and measure that out. Okay, 251 grams. All right. All right, so we got that the very expensive almond butter. Don't get me started. How much powdered sugar? 180 grams of powdered sugar. The profits are floating away. Alright. Powdered sugar. 180 grams of powdered sugar. Alright, and then the egg whites. Alright, so let's do that. What's up, Adam? Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Oh, yeah, man. What do I think about Elon buying Twitter? Actually, check out the podcast later tonight. You know, all the links are down below, and you'll see. We're going to be talking about that tonight, actually. That's like the main topic of discussion tonight. But what do I think? You already know, man. Fucking Poger Central. You already fucking... I heard that news, and I was like... like, this guy. Fucking troll-orific. Alright, so now we're gonna get 70 grams of egg whites, alright? Let me see how we can do this here. Okay. How much is 70 grams of egg whites? I guess it's like 3 eggs. That's like not egg white. Yeah, man, these fucking yolks keep breaking, man. Fuck. Ugh. 1 second. I think it's, these might be a little bit past their prime. Yeah, I bought some fresh eggs, dude. I think these might be a little bit past their, you know, like I said, past their prime. Okay, let me let's try this again. with some fresh eggs, okay? See if maybe, you know, we can get a better result here. There we go. Yeah, those eggs were a little bit. Oh! Anyways. Oh my god, fuck. Alright, one more, I think. Okay. I know, what a mess. Alright, let me clean this up real quick here. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me just clean up the mess. I need like some music when I clean up my mess. Alright, let's get this all out of the way for a minute. So we always, you know, try and get a water and bleach solution to clean all this, okay? Ooh, we got egg whites, you know, eggs everywhere. Okay, always to make sure we're on the safe side, right? Okay, let's dry this off real quick. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to Louis. Shout out to everybody. Loco, Adam, Lodak, Lisa, everybody out there hanging out, watching, chilling like a villain with me today. You could be doing anything out there, and absolutely anything, and you're hanging out with me. I appreciate that very much. Put your eggs in a pan with cold water, and the freshest eggs will drop to the bottom, and the less fresh will be on the end. The floaters need to be tossed out. Yeah, no, those eggs needed to be tossed out already too, man. Those have been there for a long time. Especially when we went on vacation, and you gotta remember, it's like 100 freaking degrees out here, and we keep them outdoors. I don't keep them refrigerated. So basically, I gotta do that a lot more often than I do. All right, so let's get all the ingredients in here. Okay, we already. Let me see. What's that? No, okay. Yeah, so we already mixed in here the powdered sugar. All right, and the almond flour. All right. So now we're gonna go on ahead and add a teaspoon of the almond extract. All right. Got a few gizmo hairs floating around, Jesus Christ.
Bruh.
Look here! Wrong. Sorry. Alright. Get some almond extract up in here. Hope it's edible. Let me see what else. Okay. So we're just gonna mix this up real quick in here, and we're gonna add the egg whites. Where are the egg whites? So I mean, yeah, this is a pretty easy recipe, you know, like honestly. Again, all these recipes are super easy. Okay, we're gonna just mix this up. Let me bring this over here so you guys can see for a minute. So again, just almond flour, powdered sugar, egg whites, and almond extract, and that's it. Little mini marzipan. Alright, so let's just go on ahead and mix this together. It smells so good already. I think it needs a little bit more almond flour. Meow! Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit more almond flour in here. Put un poquito aquí. De eso en las manos. Sí, sí, un poquito nada más. Yeah. That's it. Let's try the almond flour trick here. All right, it's really sticky. Extra sticky. Christian says hi. Yeah, it's very, very sticky. I think this needs a little extra. See. I think it needs a little extra. It seems a little bit stickier than what I saw. Hmm? No, but no. Well, that's it. All right, let's try that again. No, but it's just extra humid out here. It's not the heat per se. Nothing really melting in here. No butter or anything like that. I think it's just the extra humidity, you know? No big deal. Okay. Got ourselves in a sticky situation. Alright. Alright, enough of that. Almond, yeah, so yeah, the baking on this is also going to be a little different. So, you'll see. I think we're done. I think we got it. Seems, you know, seems like we got what we wanted. We only added a little bit extra flour, not much. So, no big deal. All right. So I'm gonna go on ahead now. I'm gonna wash my hands, and the next step here is we gotta put this in the freezer for a little while to get harder. Now the thing is that remember this recipe is from Sicily. You know, remember these are Sicilian cookies. We're making Sicilian food today. You know, more specifically. So Sicily, if you look on the map, it's actually a lot. It's all the way down south. You know what I mean? All the way at the tip of the boot. So it's hot, you know what I mean? Like it's warmer weather. Now, yeah, of course, it's not as hot as it is here, but it does get hot. It's in the Mediterranean, so all right. Let's clean off as much as I can here. All right, come on. So that's probably why it's a little extra sticky, so I don't want to go overboard. I don't want to go overboard with the flour, you know, because I know that, you know, at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's also extra hot and humid out here. See, because if you guys can see here, look at how big, you know, this thing has gotten already in such a short time. You know, it's already like doubled in size almost. All right. You know, the pizza dough, again, in a very, very short amount of time. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go on ahead. I'm going to show you over here. So what I'm doing is I'm just getting some the plastic wrap. All right. Putting it on the table because I'm going to be putting this. Yeah, man. I really do need to get one of those big plastic wraps from Costco. This is ridiculous. Let's try it again. This is the worst. Oh my god, I hate this so much. I mean, do they sell the big plastic wraps at Costco? I don't know. I never really go to Costco. All right, so what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna use a spatula here. All right. Make sure we get everything from the bowl in here. Yeah, get all that yummy dough from the holes in here. Alright, so we're going to go on and scrape the bowl here. Use our trusty spatula. Okay, just kind of like plop this here. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Look at that. That looks beautiful, right? Okay, so we're just gonna wrap this up as best we can with this whack-ass plastic wrap here. Does the heat help with the dough? Well, it depends. It depends on the dough. So in the case of like the pizza dough, yes, the heat helps the dough. In the case of something like this, not. Oh, hey, we're back. All right. Yeah, sorry, we lost internet there for a little bit. Not quite sure what happened. But glad to be back. I was just cleaning up a little bit, putting things away. All right. So we got the cookies, you know, in the freezer. We're just letting them cool off for a little bit, getting nice and hard and stiff. Let's go on ahead and turn on the oven. All right. Now we're supposed to be baking these at like 340 degrees or something like that. All right, so like a little under 350 degrees for like around 17 to 20 minutes. All right, so you know we're gonna play it by ear. You already know how we do. Our oven is like an oven that you would find in Italy. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a little bit of shit, a little bit of bad. You know what is it? So sometimes it's a good, sometimes it's a shit. I forgot the meme, right? Sometimes it's a good, sometimes it's a shit. Second. Shout out to everybody out there. So yeah, I mean, you know, we got a little powdered sugar I set aside for the cookies. Okay, so we got that there. We're gonna get a little regular sugar, okay? But the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna clean this up real quick and then gonna make them meatballs. That's right, meatball time. Are you ready for some meatballs? Okay. So look at that dough. I don't know if you guys can see that dough rising. I don't know if you've noticed. I know I moved the camera around a lot, but the camera, but the thing has already risen more than double. No, the internet was over here. I think it's the heat, not necessarily over there. So, okay, we're just cleaning this up here. Get this back on here. See, the thing is that like when you're in cold weather, sometimes you can't get it hot enough. But when you're in hot weather, it just gets too hot. So like the spaghetti sauce, for example, spaghetti sauce, tomato sauce, you know, I had to turn it off a little while ago. I just turned it on again, it was super low, but I had to turn it off for a little while because it was just so hot. You know what I mean? It's just like no matter how low I turned it, it wasn't low enough. You know what I mean? All right. So give me 1 second. Gotta grab something off camera. I'll be right back. 1 second. Oh yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm over here. Right, I'm off. Oh, the GoPro went off. I guess I got back just in time. I gotta change the camera on that. I mean, I gotta change the battery there for a minute. But in the meantime, you guys can watch me. I gotta do the dishes real quick because I need the same bowl so that I can make the meatballs in. All right. Now the meatballs are going to be super easy, super simple, alright? I'm not really adding a lot of ingredients in this. Got to wash the bowl here. I got to rehook up the GoPro. I got to change the batteries for a minute real quick. But yeah, the pizza dough is just out here resting, doing its thing. And once we're done with that, we're going to go on ahead and start making a quick pizza. All right. Now meatballs are going to be fairly simple. Now there's a million ways to make meatballs, a million recipes, yada yada yada. I personally just like meat in its truest form. You know, just that's it. Just make them. You know, add them. You know, get the meat, add a few ingredients, a few, you know, spices or whatever. You know what I mean, just a few things to give it some flavor. Besides the usual salt and pepper, and that's basically it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a lot of people like to mix beef and pork and add eggs and add, you know, breadcrumbs and add all this shit. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are we making? Are we making meatballs or are we making meatloaf? You know? So, and that's just me personally. You know what I mean? Like I've made meatballs a bunch of ways. You know what I'm saying? Like I usually have, you know, I've done like there's a bunch of. By the way, it's not that it's wrong. You know, sometimes certain meatballs, certain meat dishes, you know, you want to add the egg, you want to add the breadcrumbs, you want to add all that stuff. But honestly, you know what I mean? Like when it comes down to it, you know what I mean? I just like the meatballs to be meaty as possible. And I actually, you know, I take it another level here. So what I do is like I make the meatballs. All right, we're gonna make them real quick. I'm gonna show you. All right, let's get away from the dough for a second. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta reconnect the camera. But was it basically what we're gonna do here is just mix the meat. Man, I hate when you push the wrong button. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, but basically we're gonna make the meat. We're gonna make little meatballs and we're gonna fry them. That's right. Get a little crust on them. Get a little yummy. Cook them through like that, and then we're gonna add them to the sauce, and that's it. Now, actually, what we're gonna be doing here, since we're gonna be using some of the sauce for the lasagna later on, we're gonna keep them separate. You know, so we're gonna use some, okay, for the we're gonna use some sauce, and then the other sauce we're gonna, one sauce for the lasagna on Thursday, and then the other sauce for today, and that's it. And we got plenty of sauce here, okay? In fact, what I'm gonna do now, this is just me personally. All right, I got some tomato sauce here that I made last week or last time we did episodes here, not too long ago. Hold on. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to add it to that. just stretch it out, okay? Because I actually thought that I had like more tomato sauce, and as I'm watching it cook and do its thing, I'm realizing, you know what, I need more for next week as well. Okay, so again, we just made a basic sauce. I already showed you what the basic sauce looks like. What we're going to be doing now, I'm just adding a little bit extra here, so that way I can stretch it out a little bit more. Okay, for me, for my personal uses here on the show. Just pretend you're not seeing this, right? Pretend you didn't see that. Nothing to see here. Move it along, sirs. Move it along. All right. Let that kind of melt in there. In fact, at this point, I'm going to go on ahead and add a little bit of that vinegar. So a little bit of white wine vinegar is perfectly fine. All right. So we're going to go on ahead and add a little bit of that, and that's it. You know, we're gonna let this just cook and do its thing here. So, you know, we're gonna let that extra tomato sauce that I added like melt in there, meld in there, and that's it. You know, we got ourselves some tomato sauce. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is now we're gonna come over here and get to the meat. So we got about a pound of meat here, all right? So let's just go on ahead and, you know, just add the ground beef in there. Okay. And what we're gonna do now is just, again, you know, I don't like seasoning this with too much, man. Honestly, I like my meatballs a certain way. You know, I like my balls a certain way. You know what I'm saying? All right, so don't be getting between me and my balls, my meatballs. You nasty people out there. But shout out to everybody out there watching me make my meatballs. What I did my balls in it. By the way, shout out to anyone out there if you're old enough to even remember where that's from. If there's anyone out there watching that knows exactly where that is from, I wanted in my balls in it. Let me know. I want to dip my balls in the pudding. It's from I don't want to give too much away. I'll give you guys some hints later on if nobody figures it out. All right, where that's from. Dipping my balls in the pudding. So we're just adding salt, a little pepper. All right, a little bit of thyme. Again, no egg, no breadcrumbs, you know, nothing like that. All right, this is like 90-10, you know, meat, 90-10 ground beef, you know. So there's some in there, some fat in there, and then a little secret, a little Worcestershire sauce. All right, and then a little bit of that. Okay, and that's it. So now we just mix it. Mix it all together. La 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 la. Very simple. And like I said, you know, because the more you add to this, look, I get it. You know why you would add egg and breadcrumbs and other stuff. You're trying to stretch it out. You know what I mean? If you're on a budget, you're cooking for a huge family, all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, you gotta add it in there. But you don't have to. You know, is what I'm saying. I mean, like, you can just leave it like this, and it's amazing. I mean, this is basically like a hamburger almost. You know, Well, it is hamburger, but you see, look how it just stays together. You know what I mean? You don't need anything like, oh, you need the egg and this to make it keep together. No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay? No, you don't. It's just like I said. It's just to stretch it out. You know what I mean? Really, you know, more than anything else. In fact, I want to add a little bit more Worcestershire sauce because I like that. Makes it taste extra good. And that's it, though. You know what I mean? And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna pan fry these guys. All right. So we're gonna make some balls. All right, and we're gonna pan fry these guys. And then as we pan fry them, we'll set them to the side, and then that's it. You know, we're gonna mix the spaghetti, the meatballs, and the sauce all together eventually, and we got our spaghetti and meatballs and sauce and stuff. If I knew it was gonna be that kind of party, I would have stuck my dick in the mashed potato. That's right. Well, I don't know if this is the same one. I don't know, dude. I haven't seen that in forever. No, you guys have to name the show and where it's from. All right. But I think that's from something else. I think the dick in the mashed potatoes is something else. Such a classy show, huh? We got the classiest of classy shows, guys. Don't ever forget that. All right, this is the classiest cooking show you'll ever find on the internet. All right. But yeah, I want to dip my balls in the pudding. I don't want to dip my balls in it. I'm going to dip my balls in it. I don't know if anyone remembers that. But anyways, okay, so we got the meat. You know, that's it. Easy. All right, now we're going to make the meatballs real quick. Now, meatballs are going to be super quick, all right? You guys are going to watch me make those, all right? And then we fry them and then stick them in the thing, all right? Ow. Hold on. You got to fry them and stick them in the thing. Stick them in. Then we got a tomato sauce. Now the cool thing about tomatoes and anything with tomato sauce or anything like that is that since it's so highly acidic, it's so hard for it to go bad. You know what I mean? Oh, we got the timer. Give me 1 second. I just want to give me 1 second. Alright, so I just wanted to make sure it didn't freeze, alright? I want to make sure that the dough didn't freeze, so we're going to leave it under for a little longer. In the meantime, remember, we got the oven heating up, but let's just make the meatballs, okay? Let's just go on ahead and knock this out. So, remember, I always tell you guys, get yourself like a little scooper. And I like small meatballs, alright? Look how easy. That's it. Alright? Just shape it into a ball. That's it. It's no rocket science. The reason that you want, look, see, you go on ahead and just make them all even, okay? So once you get it like that, you scoop it, and then you just ball it up, and that's it. Just make sure it's a nice little even ball, super easy, quick. Doesn't have to be perfect. It will stay together, all right? But the reason that you want a scooper, all right, for anything, whether it's this or cookies or whatever, is because it'll give you a even portion every single time. So all these, if you weigh them all, they're all going to be basically identical. What movie is that from? Anyways, it's, you know what I mean? They're going to keep them all identical. So in the restaurant industry, this is the secret, you know what I mean? This is a secret between restaurants that make it and don't, you know, ones that really take care of portion control. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, you know, because otherwise, you know, If you're just letting the bartender or the chef, portion whatever the fuck they want, you're forget about it. All your profits are gone. You know what I mean? All your money's gone. So you gotta have portion control. And again, you can have big portions, but you gotta just make sure that your cooks or your employees, they give you the same exact portion every single time, like McDonald's or whatever. But anyways, there's two reasons for this. And the restaurant industry is to keep food cost as low as possible, to help maintain food cost, low and easier to manage. But the other side effect is that you get even perfect cooking, meaning they're all going to cook the same, they're all going to take the same amount of time, and they're all going to be identical. You get what I'm saying? So that also helps, with everything. Look, man, the real difference between a good cook and a bad cook, is consistency. That's it, Who can consistently make the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Look, man, when you go to your favorite restaurant to get your favorite dish, that's what you want. You don't want, fucking some apprentice chef that just came out of culinary school, experimenting with your favorite dish and then giving you something completely different. You know what I mean? You're gonna be a very pissed customer. You know what I mean? You go to your favorite restaurant when you have a very, very hard day to get your favorite meal. It's not because it's like, let's say the best meal. No, you just want to make sure it's consistent. And look, even in McDonald's, consistently bad. You know what I mean? You can expect the same thing every time you go to McDonald's, whether it's good or bad. You get what I'm saying? But you can at least expect a certain thing. And when they go above and beyond that, that's great. But when they go below that, that's when you got a problem. And that's the thing. I mean, it's just little simple things like that. About the kitchen and all this other stuff. Oh, Lucifer, I just saw your message there. Sorry, bro. It's like he loves to see hands on balls. No homo. I don't blame you. Look, a lot of us guys that are not homos, we watch a lot of sports, and all they do is handle balls throughout the whole game, right? Am I right or am I right? Am I right or am I right? Anyone that watches any kind of sports ball games out there, all we're watching is a bunch of guys, a bunch of sweaty guys, muscular, sweaty guys playing with their balls. In fact, fighting over a ball in many cases, right? So. So, shout out to everybody out there. So again, we're just keeping it simple, guys. We're just making some meatballs. You guys already saw what I put in here. Again, just a few herbs and spices and the meat. That's it. You know what I mean? No eggs, no breadcrumbs, none of that shit. No filler. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're adding all that filler, well, you're changing the flavor. And I just like the flavor of my meat in my mouth. What? Anyway, I like, you know what I mean. Anyways, so that's why I just leave it as simple as possible. Just keep it simple. Why do we fry it? Well, I fry it because I like to get that little crust on the outside of the balls. A little crusty crust. And then on top of that, that crust, also not only does it help develop flavor, but you see there's still little pieces of fat and all this other stuff in the balls. So it's a lot easier if that fat kind of like dissolves a little bit or melts a little bit as they're getting fried as opposed to in the sauce. You know what I mean? But again, it's basically to add that little extra crust on the balls, to make them taste even better. You know what I mean? Who doesn't love a pair of crusty balls, right? Nice and crunchy and yummy and delicious, right? Right? Am I right or am I right? So, now we got the rest of the meat here. It's going to be a little bigger ball. The biggest of the balls. Okay. That's it. Look at that. How awesome is that? That was quick. See? So, how many balls we got? I don't know. Count them. Count the balls. Count the balls and let me know, and we'll get back to you. Okay, so we still got a few things we got to do out here. So now what I'm going to go on ahead and do, now that we got these balls all nice and done, nice and rolled up and ready to go, I'm going to put these in the fridge, you know, so they don't, you know, they don't get all droopy. You know, if you leave your balls out in the heat, you know, they start getting a little droopy and shit. So we're going to just put them in the fridge for a minute, and then we're going to get the almonds and, you know, get those nuts out, okay, that nut mixture, and start making those. Yeah, I know. I realized myself that we have a lot of nuts and balls and all that stuff today. So. Now I think we can fit these all on one cookie sheet. We're gonna play it by ear, not by balls. Jeez, man, fuck, all you guys are. I'm gonna play it by balls. Alright, so by the way, in the restaurant industry, the reason we don't line our pans with aluminum foil is because we have a dishwasher to wash our dishes, so we really don't give a I know, it's pretty horrible, isn't it? But again, you know, that's a lot of money, man. This costs money, bro. Alright? I can afford it at home. I'm not gonna afford this, you know, on an industrial level here. Alright, so let's start working on these cookies. So I'm gonna unpack this. You know, hold on a second. I gotta do something off screen. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. Alright guys, sorry about that. I just had to do something real quick off camera there. Alright. So remember, now what we got here, we got the almond mixture. Before we do that though, let's get a few little bowls, alright, of, how do I say, it's accoutrement. So I forgot to do that. You know, let me put this back in the freezer real quick. Okay? Hold on. While we do that. So we're gonna get like a little bit of powdered sugar. We got a little bit of regular sugar. Okay, we're gonna get a few almonds, all right, and we're gonna get a few Mauritiano cherries. Well, you'll see. Yeah, sorry, Gizmo wants to play. Like, not now, bro, not now. Alright, so, yeah, what do you want? What do you want? Alright, so we're gonna get some almonds, right? And we're gonna put them here on a plate. You got a few of these Mauritiano cherries, right? Let me drain them real quick. 1 second. Getting a few cherries. We can pop these cherries. Pop, pop! Okay, we got a few cherries over here. Let me get a paper towel. Dry these off a little bit. Let's check on the tomato sauce. All right, tomato sauce looking good. I'm gonna turn it off, okay? So I'm getting these cherries over here, all right? We're gonna get a few almonds, a few cherries. We're just getting the little toppings so we can start making these cookies, okay? So again, like I said, we got a few almonds here on the plate. We're gonna get some of these cherries. We're gonna dry them off, right? A few cherries. We might need a few more later. Let's get these started here, okay? We got a little bit of sugar. Okay, we got a little bit of powdered sugar, all right, and we got the tray over here, all right, so we can start making these cookies. Okay, and you guys can see, I think you guys can see it all. Okay, yeah. All right, cool, you guys can see. Okay. So I'm just gonna unwrap this real quick. But anyway, shout out to everybody out there hanging out, watching. Yeah, I'm excited about these almond cookies. They look pretty good. So hold on, let me wash this real quick. I'm going to use the same ice cream scoop, okay, to make these nut cookies, these almond cookies. All right, and again, we're using the same scoop, okay, just to make sure we get the same, okay, the same amount every time, okay, as you guys can see there. All right, you see? Yeah, okay. All right, and then that's it. You know, what we're gonna do is, like you see, it's like a little bit of a paste. All right, so we're gonna just, you know, roll into a quick little ball here, same as before. I add a little bit more here. Okay. Roll into a ball. Now what we're gonna do is dip it into the sugar. All right, the granulated sugar. All right. Just dip it right into the granulated sugar. Okay. And then after we do that, we're gonna get our thumb, all right, and we're gonna just press it like that. All right, and now we're gonna go on ahead and add the almond. Look at that. Okay, just trying to make them all the same. So we're gonna add a little almond there. All right. So again, make a little ball. Put it in the sugar, just dip it in the sugar here. Okay. And then we're gonna go on ahead, and as you guys can see with my palm there, I'm just gonna push it down, all right, gently, all right, with my finger. All right, now we're gonna pop a little cherry in there. Look at that, now we got those. All right. The cherry seems a little bigger, it's okay. Yeah, so make sure, again, you know, the portion has to be exactly, you know, full, the same. Okay, so now this one, we're gonna do a little different with this one, okay? So now with this one, again, we're gonna get a ball. We're making 3 types, okay? We're gonna just make them a little ball here, and then dip it into the powdered sugar. Look at that. Okay? And then you go like this, and then, no, actually, you like this. And you pinch it. Look. Okay? Like that. Make a little, whatever that is. Boom. Okay? Pretty cool, right? Nice. Okay? So we're just gonna keep making these cookies, all right, until we have no more dough. And again, you know, the recipe, the oven is 340 degrees. So, you know, don't get it past 350 degrees, and then, you know, bake it for like around 17, 20 minutes. You know, again, we're gonna be doing that together, or until golden brown. But again, you know, this is not your typical cookie if you were here while we were making it from scratch. So yeah, I think this one needs to just be a little bit, there we go. Maybe I'm making them too big. I got a fat thumb. Yeah, the person making these was like a dainty little, you know, Italian woman. You know, I'm here like a giant ogre. Okay. Yeah, so these are nice and sticky in a good way. And I think they have these, you know, for like the holidays or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, you know? This is like a typical holiday cookie, typical Sicilian holiday cookie. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the powdered sugar last. Let's just finish these here. So again, you know, this is pretty simple. Doesn't seem like it's that hard to make. Oh, that's what she said. Making these little cookies. Wait, I'm gonna see if I can fit them all on the same tray. That'd be awesome. Yeah, but these look very good. I mean, they even smell very delicious already. So, like I said, I'm really looking forward to these guys. Okay. Let's make a few of the powdered sugar ones. Again, you see, you just dip them in powdered sugar. Okay. Dip your fingers in powdered sugar and then we'll go like that. You look all right.
Bruh.
Little cookie time. Hope you guys are enjoying cookie time. Again, you know, just a thumb. You get the bigger nut in that one. There we go. A shout out to everybody out there. Again, making the little balls. Dip the ball in the sugar. Put the ball on the palm of your hand. Squeeze it with your thumb. Add cherry or walnut, or almond, and you're good to go. Look at that. Amazing, beautiful. Yeah, I'm actually surprised at how good these guys are all like coming out. Yeah, everything's super easy today. I turned off the tomato sauce again. Only because, again, I don't want it to burn. Yeah, these guys are not really going to grow too much or anything like that, so we're just going to try and keep them, you know, we can keep them kind of close, okay? It's 7 a.m. here, and now I want cookies. Oh, wow, really? It's 7 a.m. in Australia? That's crazy. I had no idea what time it was. So wait, it's 7 a.m. on Tuesday already, huh? Jesus. My God. But yeah, I mean, cookies are great for breakfast, man, you know? Just ask any fat fuck out there, like me. Cookies for breakfast, man. It's like the breakfast of champions, bro. I mean, I think I'm making these right. I hope I am. Let me see how many I got left. I got 1, 2. Well, I got like 2 big ones here. All right. Shout out to Lucifer hanging out with us. 7 a.m. from the depths of hell. So we're gonna go on and make these double trouble. Gizmo, what are you doing out there? What are you? Oh my God, this guy. Okay. Little extra dusting of the powdered sugar there. All right, let me just clean this up real quick. Just 1 second. Look at those cookies, huh? How awesome. They look amazing, huh? Put these in the oven real quick, right? So let's put the timer. I'm going to put 2 timers. I mean, it's like, again, like 17, 20 minutes. So what I'm going to actually do is put the timer for 10 minutes and then check on them, 10 minutes, check on them again. So let's do timer. All right, let's stick these in the oven. Remember, 340 degrees. All right, 10 minutes. We'll check them out and then 10 more minutes. Now, I'm gonna put you guys up here so you guys can check out the red sauce and see where we're at. 1 second. As you guys can see the tomato sauce there. And that's it. So this is the tomato sauce we're going to be using for the lasagna, and we're going to be using the lasagna on Thursday and today for the spaghetti and meatballs. Okay? Just check that out there real quick. Alright, so now we're going to go on ahead and move on to the meatballs. Alright, so that's what we got we got the pan on. Okay, so you got the sauce, alright? Look at that, that looks amazing, right? So just pop these back here. Alright, put it on low and slow. And let's go on ahead and start just making these meatballs real quick. Alright, so we got the pan getting it nice and hot. Alright, so we're gonna get it nice and hot, and then we're just gonna, fry them lightly in just a little bit of olive oil. And that's it. We don't need to fry them in a lot of oil. Now look at this. Look at how big that's got. I'm gonna go on ahead and put this in the fridge, okay? I feel like it's already been out here for a while. Alright, so let me go on ahead and put this in the fridge. Yeah, because I don't want it to overproof, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Alright, so in the meantime, we're going to be heating up the pan back there, and we're going to slowly fry up the meatballs. Okay? I'm trying to find the container big enough here so that I can, for the all right, 1 second, guys. Alright, so I'm going to go on ahead real quick, and I'm going to start storing some of this tomato sauce. Okay, right, we got this pan. You know, we got the pan back there. We're heating up, getting ready for the meatballs. All right. In the meantime, I'm bringing this over here because I want to take some of this out because I want to start saving it for the lasagna. You know what I mean? I don't want to make sure I don't take too much. We're gonna use about half today and then the other half on Thursday. Okay? So on Thursday, we have a pretty easy episode. We're just making some lasagna and some garlic bread. And, you know, half of the meal is already done because we already made the sauce. We made it today. And the dough, we made it today as well for the garlic bread. You know, so we're gonna, whatever garlic bread we have left over today, we're using that. Okay? Okay, so we got this. Okay, just let this kind of like cool off. All right? Because we're gonna just add the meatballs straight in here. Okay? And then add the pasta straight in there too. So again, you know, we're making spaghetti and meatballs. We're gonna get that water boiling, so let's just start working on that real quick. Okay, so we got the water back there. All right, let's switch cameras so you guys can see better of what I'm doing. Okay, zoom in. So, okay, we're gonna replace that with some water, with the tomato sauce with the water. There you go. This is nice and hot already, so we're gonna just go on ahead and add some oil. Okay. And just start dropping the balls in there. Alright, nice and simple. A little bit more oil. But again, you can see it's releasing its own juices as well, you know what I mean? Again, fairly simple, guys. You don't gotta go crazy. We're gonna cover it so we can bring this up to a boil quicker. But you see, look at that. Look how brown and yummy it gets. Look at that. Look at these beautiful meatballs. That's a nice, those are some nice looking balls, huh? Alright, so the timer went off. The timer for the almonds. So we're going to check on that in a second. Going to finish one thing at a time. Again, we're doing multiple things, but You know, right now we gotta finish task number 1. Because remember, all we're really doing is flipping around the almonds. This ball right here. And this ball's misshapen. Got a misshapen ball here. Bro. Okay, look at that, beautiful. Okay, so the timer went over by a minute. Okay, so the timer went over by a minute. So we gotta keep that into account when we put it back in. Okay, look at these cookies. Wow, they smell amazing already. Holy crap. Wow, they smell so good. All right, so we're gonna pop them in again. And we're gonna just pop in 8 minutes, okay? We're only gonna do 8 minutes this time, okay? That's it. All right. Now let's go back to those meatballs. Okay. So look at that. Look how beautiful they look in there. Look at that. What a beautiful, beautiful thing. So you're just keeping an eye on those balls there. Thanks. Thanks for keeping an eye on my balls. Look at that. So again, you see the balls are just keeping their shape. They're getting nice and brown. They're still pretty raw in the middle. It's going to take a little while. Need to cook a little longer there. But they're still pretty raw in the middle. Okay. All right, so I went on ahead and separated the pot. The sauce that I'm going to be using on Thursday. We're going to let it cool off. I'm cooling it down on the side. I got enough sauce here for what I'm going to be doing today. The pizza sauce that we're going to be using, we have it already set aside. Remember, it's just basic tomato sauce. In fact, let's get it ready while we're waiting on those meatballs back there. So, remember, earlier today, when we were starting out today, we got some of this crushed tomatoes, all right? And we set some aside. So all this is just tomatoes. The tomatoes, you don't want tomato sauce on your pizza. It's already cooked and then you're gonna cook it again. Basically what you're doing is you're adding raw tomatoes or semi-cooked tomatoes or just tomato sauce, tomatoes, to the pizza, and then that cooks in the oven when you're cooking the pizza. It all cooks together. That's kind of like the idea behind the real pizza. But you need to season this right here. So we are going to season it real quick. We're just going to add a little bit of olive oil. All right. And a little salt and pepper. All right. And a little oregano, believe it or not. All right. That's it. But just a little bit, not a lot. A little salt. And pepper. That's it. You know what I mean? You know, again, this is like New York style, New York recipe here. That's what we're doing here. It's my favorite style, my favorite kind of pizza. I love pizza. I love all kinds of pizza, but yeah, New York style is the best. In my opinion, my humble opinion, that's my favorite. New York style. And that's what we're going for today. All right. So we got that. We're gonna save the oregano for later. Okay. So we got the meatballs. You know, they're doing their thing. Here, let me give you a quick little. Let me check them out. And again, these meatballs are basically done, but they're still a little raw in the middle. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just stick them in the sauce. That's it. We're going to stick these bad boys in the sauce. All right, so let's just do that real quick. So we got the sauce there. Let's stick these guys in there. And they're going to finish cooking. They're going to finish cooking in here. All right? So delicious, all right? Okay, look at that. Beautiful thing. All right. In fact, what we're going to do is add a little bit of water in there just to thin it out. All right, just to thin it out a little bit more. Get this nice and cooked. All right, I can already smell the almond cookies. They're basically ready. Check those out. The timer's about to go off on those. Switch cameras so you guys can see those. All right. Now, you know what? I think they need a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna keep them in there 2 more minutes. Yeah, but I can already smell them. Man, they smell. They're intoxicatingly good. That's how good they smell. All right, so let's go back to the meatballs. All right. So the meatball sauce. You know what I mean? You want it to be a little liquidy, as you guys can see there. All right. That's what we add a little bit of water. It's okay. As they finish cooking, the water's gonna evaporate a little bit, and once we're done with the pasta, we're just gonna add the pasta straight in here, all right? And with some of the pasta water, and then that's also gonna thicken it up a little bit more and just finish off the whole dish, okay? So we're ready, you know, we put this on low, all right? We got this on low, and we got the meatballs in there now, you know, meatballing away, all right? So we're gonna cover it up, all right? So it can simmer down now, all right? We're gonna simmer down now. And that's it. So we got the meatballs and the sauce ready. I took the sauce and I put it in here so I can keep stirring it around and cooling it down. All right, you don't want to put anything that's really, really, really hot inside your fridge or anything like that, because otherwise it's gonna turn everything in the fridge lower temperature. It's just not a good thing. You know what I mean? So just try to cool it down as much as humanly possible at room temperature outside, like I'm doing now. And then once once you get it as cool as possible, that's when you add it to. That's when you kind of put it in the bowl or wherever you're gonna put it in, and then finish it off. You know, by putting it in the fridge. There we go. Oof, so hot today. So hot. How hot is it? Very hot. Yeah, those cookies look amazing. Want to see the cookies? Hungry? Oh, Christian's hungry. All right, so timer done. Cookies done. Look at that. Huh? So that's it. I mean, I think we just let them cool down there, and that's it. We gotta let them cool off. Look at that. Right. What's going on with the camera? All right. Check it out. It looks so amazing, so intoxicating. I mean, right? They smell really good, ¿verdad?
De apariencia se ve bien.
Yeah. Awesome. Very happy. Okay, so, man, all right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put them down here. To cool down, all right? We're going to place them down here to cool down. Okay. Ah, so hot. Fake balls. Yeah, those cookies are, man, they look amazing. All right, so now the time has come. All right, let's check real quick. All right, we're almost ready for the pasta and all that. ¿Qué está comiendo? No, quiere una albóndiga. ¿Qué hora es? No. Okay. So you want to get una albondiguita o quieres esperar? Okay, so we got the meatballs, you know, they're cooking away. I'm almost ready to add the pasta to cook. What's the next thing we're gonna do? The pizza. So now we're gonna do the pizza. So what are we gonna do with the pizza situation? Well, I figured I'd do it on here. All right. So this is gonna be kind of interesting here, what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna put it here. All right. So what I'm gonna do is kind of like see if I can. Trying to think. Oh, I got an idea. Let me see. No. All right. So I'm gonna put this in the oven, and then I'm gonna slide it on here and put it in the oven. So I'm gonna turn the oven on as hot as possible. All right. And I'm gonna stick this in the oven. All right, and we're gonna start working on the pizza. Now the pizza is fairly simple. You know, we're not gonna, we're just gonna use pepperoni and cheese. That's it. So we got some pepperoni, we got some cheese, we got some pizza dough. One second. Okay. All right, so we got the pizza dough. All right, so let's just keep checking real quick on the sauce. Look at that. All right. We got the water. It's already boiling. So we're almost ready on that. I kind of want to get the pizza in the oven first and then do the pasta, because that's like the last thing. So yeah, we gotta salt the water. Don't forget, salt the pasta water. Very salty. All right. All right. So let's check out the dough. All right, we got the dough. I think we're gonna use this cutting board only to like measure. All right, just to slide it in and out of on the thing. All right, so let's get some flour. Okay. All right, so we got the dough. Here, I'm gonna bring this camera here so you guys can see better. Okay, so you guys can see the pizza dough there, all right? So we got a flour. All right, so now what we're gonna do is just basically, dump it in here. Look at this. Look how sticky this is, all right? Perfect. Okay. So what we're gonna do first is that we're gonna go on ahead and cut this, okay, into 4 pieces. It'll deflate a little bit. Okay? So you guys can see what I'm doing there. I'm gonna go on ahead and put this back. Okay, so now what we're gonna be doing here is we're gonna be stretching out the pizza with my fingers, you see? Okay. Se lo estoy haciendo. Que si lo he hecho antes, tú dices? No. Now, you know, you could do this. You know, stretch it by hand. This is like the expert. But, yeah, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I need to figure out better ways to attach my GoPro, man. This is so annoying. All right. We're trying our best here to make a pizza. We need like Italian music. Dun, 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 dun. It's such a disaster. I thought it was going to be a little easier. But it's okay. We're not going to go for perfectly round here. I think what we're going to do is just try to fit it, you know, on here. Alright, so yeah, see, this was like breaking and stuff. Alright, it's okay. Let's try. Man, don't tell me the GoPro died now. Ah! Alright. 1 second, let me reconnect this. Uno segundo. Alright, so I'm going to try this again here on the wooden cutting board. Alright, we're going to just kind of like save this here for another time. We're just going to try and reconnect as soon as possible. Come on. So we're going to just try it again over here.
¿Qué vas a hacer?
No sé, okay.
Voy a intentar hacerlo.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, whatever leftover bread I have is just to make garlic bread. And worst case, I'll make some more dough on Thursday. All right, so I'm gonna try and just stretch it out like this.
Yo me sabía una técnica, pero ya no me acuerdo. Por eso lo quiero intentar.
¿Qué técnica?
Para estirar eso.
¿Cuál es?
A ver. Está sucia.
So again, you know, what we're doing here is that it's going to be a little thicker on the edges and thinner towards the middle. Again, you know, we're making that crust. Remember? The famous pizza crust. So we're just stretching it here. Doing our very best. No, pero ¿qué cosa es? ¿Qué cosa es? Pero explícame.
Ah, es que, por ejemplo, agarras la bolita.
Mira, usa esto de
De
práctica.
práctica.
Christian wants to show me how to make pizza.
No, no como hacer pizza. Como una. Echa un poco de limón.
Let's see. Oh yeah, they gotta stay on one side. I see now.
Cuando tú la tienes así, y creo que era así. La vas haciendo así. Para hacer la orilla.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna just keep this pizza like this. This one that you're seeing me do here, because otherwise it's gonna be too much. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to stretch it any further and mess it up any further. So this is not a perfectly round pizza, but that's okay. You know, we don't have the practice yet. At least I don't. I've never really made pizza. Just eaten a lot of pizza.
No me acuerdo muy bien.
Yeah, so this is not as easy. Okay, so let's just keep this like this, all right? No, Chris is doing a pretty good job.
Sí, solo que no me acuerdo cómo extenderla. Sí, es.
Yeah, it's hard, it's hard.
Sí.
That's okay. We're gonna start with this one here. You guys can see what I'm doing. Keeping it simple.
Salí igual de chueca.
It's alright, it's better than mine. Rounder than mine, and she's using the scraps. So see, she's better at it than me. ¿Te gusta con pepperoni también o no? ¿O con queso?
Sí, con pepperoni está bien.
¿Mm?
Con pepperoni está bien. ¿Y qué? Los dos.
Alright.
Nada, se me rompió.
That's alright. Okay, so we got this pepperoni pizza here. Alright, we're gonna go on ahead and add some cheese. Tenemos un poquito de parmesano. So again, we're making this like Italian New York style. Échale un poquito por arriba. And a little bit over top. A little bit. Not a lot.
Ay, sorry.
Alright, we're gonna get a little bit of oregano. Again, this is like New York style, right? You get some pepperonis on here. Sí, la cosa es que no debe estar jugando con ella mucho. That's just, so yeah, this is just a practice one that Christian's using there. Yeah, the trick is that you don't want to be playing around with the dough too much
¿Por qué?
because it makes it tougher and tougher and tougher. and that's why. So, I mean, you saw, because again, you've seen a lot of people that mix it to death. But again, I was taught not to. I was taught to do as little mixing as possible. Okay, so we got a little pizza here, all right? And it's basically, you know, we have it on our thing here, kind of as, you know, semi easy to slide off here. So I'm gonna go on ahead and see if I can stick this in the oven real quick. Well, actually, okay, so this is like very, very, very hot. I'm bringing it here so you guys can see. Oh no! Yeah, fucking stupid ass towel. No, that's like. Coño. Fuck, man. Man, I got like some plastic burnt on here now. Let's try this again. I'm gonna stick it in the oven again for a minute. Get it hot again. Fucking melted this fucking rag. Alright, in the meantime, let's go on ahead and get the pasta in the water at least. Alright, let's get that going. Alright? No big deal. Yeah, because honestly, I'm supposed to just slide it in the oven. But what I was trying to do is I'm bringing it out here to show you guys. And see, look at that, you know, because I did that. Now you guys owe me a new tray and a new towel. Expect the bill, all right? Expect the bill soon. Oh, you thought this was a free show? All right. So I'm just adding the spaghetti. We're adding the spaghetti inside of there. All right, and mix it up. You're gonna make sure to mix it up nice and well, otherwise it will stick. So we're gonna do that again. All right, we're gonna try that whole thing with the pan one more time. Let me use a towel that's not gonna stick and burn to it. I'm trying to. All right. So. All right, horrible slide action there, but whatever. You know, we're gonna go with it. Terrible. All right, so actually what I'm gonna do here is, since I'm not really making a round one, I'm gonna stick this in there and see if I can get this one hot and try it again with this one as well. All right, so we're gonna put the pizza in there. I guess, well, we're gonna do 10 minutes. For the pasta, so. All right, in the meantime. Gonna do a stuffed crust with cheese. I can barely do a regular pizza, and you're asking me for stuffed crust? So yeah, you see, look, it's starting to get crusty on the outside. You see? Now, so you gotta kind of like keep it covered. actually, what I'm gonna do with these two is we're gonna save these guys, all right? All right, we're gonna save these guys. All right, I'm gonna put these these two containers here. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. Okay, and I'm gonna save these two balls here for the garlic bread. Okay, so for the garlic bread on Thursday. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna save these two guys here, all right, so that we have the garlic bread for Thursday, all right? Now, what I'm gonna do here with this pizza that we've tried, you know, the experimental one, we're gonna try and make a pizza out of this one. Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. Right. No, that's actually not that bad. All right, awesome. I mean, this is why you see like the semolina flour, you know, because it makes it even easier to slide around. All right, this one looks, yeah, that's pretty good. This is the first one we made. All right, so we're gonna, you know, finish this one too. We're gonna bake this one too. Okay, let's go on ahead and. Yeah, and then what's left of this pizza sauce, I'm just gonna go on ahead and add it to the spaghetti and meatballs, you know? Look at that. Yeah, this is looking way better. Look at that. That's a nice pizza. Pizza pie. All right. Mixing the spaghetti. Making a yummy spaghetti. You guys can keep an eye on the pizza. Okay, so we're gonna go on ahead and add some more mozzarella cheese here. Let me clean this mess real quick. You know, it actually smells super good. I can smell the pizza. It smells super good. Here, you guys can keep an eye on that pizza right there. Okay. Okay. Let's check on the spaghetti. Let's go on and check on the spaghetti real quick. Yeah, you know, I just figured out. I think I gotta figure out this whole. I think I'm gonna use my some other equipment that I have for GoPro to make this easier. This is just too difficult, man. It doesn't need to be this difficult. Okay, so you guys can see there real quick. All right, good. So we got the pasta. We got the pasta cooking back there. We want it al dente. I just put 10 minutes. Okay, I just put 10 minutes. We're gonna finish cooking it in here. I'm covering it so I can boil faster. The meatballs are done. We got the cookies are done as well, all right? Okay, we got the pizza cooking in there. All right, we're gonna come back over here. I'm gonna finish putting pepperonis on these bad boys. I love pepperoni pizza. In fact, we're gonna do half pepperoni and half cheese on this one, right? Okay, so we got the pizza finishing up. How much we got time on the timer? Okay, we got 32 seconds on the timer. So let's check the pizza out. It's only been 10 minutes in the pizza. Let's check it out. Look at that. Oh wow, it's looking pretty good. Look at that. Beautiful. That's the first pizza ever. It smells good as hell too. Alright, so think what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna get this pizza. I'm gonna pop it on here, and I'm gonna pop the other pizza. I'm not gonna put it on here. I'm gonna pop it back in that thing. So look at that. That's pretty awesome for the first pizza. Look at that. Super awesome. Not bad at all. And look, it's like perfect on the bottom. Look, see? Oh. Look at that. And you saw I didn't put any oil, anything on the bottom of the pan, all right? At all. Remember, we just want it to be able to slide off like that, okay? So that's it. So we're gonna show you again real quick. We got the oven on as hot as humanly possible, all right? And then that's it. We're gonna just slide this on there, okay? Look. Okay. It wasn't the most perfect slide, but you know what? Whatever. It's all good. Okay? Awesome. So you see, you can make pizza at home. Now let's go on ahead and get the pasta out. So I'm going to flip it over. Okay? Okay, so the pasta's done. Okay? And basically what we're going to be doing here this whole thing is just like breaking. Jesus. It's like melting. That's what's really going on, man. It's so hot. The whole thing, the camera, GoPro thing is like melted. It's melting. Literally. They can't keep it together because it's melting. Oh my God. This is crazy. Oh shit, man. It's like fuck. Wow, I mean, it's so hot. This thing is like, look at this. Look how loose this is. You know? Look at this. That's crazy. Let's try that. Okay, so the pasta's already done. Can you see there or what? What's going on, man? No, what's such a long ass delay there? Ay. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do is just go on ahead and add this pasta straight in there. All right, with the pasta water, you know, and everything. Look at that. And we're letting this, you know, continue to cook in there. It's cooking in the pasta, right? Okay. So what's happening is that, you know, we're making super spaghetti and meatballs here. So the actual pasta is gonna now soak up and cook within that sauce. So, you know, we're gonna cook this a little longer in here. All right. In fact, we're cooking it. Forgot the timer on the other thing here. Alright, so I put a quick little timer on the other one. But that's it. I mean, these spaghetti and meatballs are done, guys. Look at that. So we're done with this. We're just, you know, letting it cook a little further. So I'm putting it on low, and it's just going to continue to cook together. Okay? Look at that. What a beautiful thing. What is that? Doesn't that look good? Alright, just simple spaghetti and meatballs, alright? We got the simple pizza. Let's go on ahead and cut the pizza real quick. Alright, while we wait. Okay? So whatever knife. Look at that, nice and crunchy. Hey man, this is not that bad. This is actually pretty good. Oh, shout out to you. Shout out for the follow. Whoever that was. Somebody's following. Shout out to you. In fact, I think you might be the 100th follower. Because I was at 99 followers on Twitch. So, shout out to John or Joe or whoever that was. Sorry, I couldn't see it very well. Anyways, alright. So we got the pizza, we got the pasta. Alright. Man, that pasta looks so good. Okay? And the pizza is almost done. You know, we're basically almost done on the pizza. Just a few more minutes. Hells yeah. So a few more minutes on that. All right, and we got the cookies down here. Look at that. These cookies look amazing as well. Holy crap, holy guacamole. All right, so we got the cookies. We got the pasta. We got everything. So, ¿ya quiere comer ya? Let's do it. Not you, Gizmo. Alright, so I'm going to go on ahead and serve up, you know, the wifey, because she's hungry. Starving. Ready when you are. Ya está ready. Serving up the nice little meatballs. Ya está listo. Alright, we still got a few more minutes on the pizza, but we got enough here to try. You wanna... Lávate las manos si quieres, no te preocupes. It's alright. We got time. Alright, I'm gonna move over here so that way you guys can see. So I can still have room for the... So I can cut the pizza here. Okay. Ok, tengo la otra, si quieres de queso arriba.
Ah, está bien así.
A little Parmesan cheese on top. And that's it. I mean, look at that. Yummy deliciousness, alright? So, there you go, you guys can see it there. You got the spaghetti, you got the meatballs, you got the pizza, you got the cookies, you got it all. So the other pizza is almost ready. We're just waiting, you know, so I can take it out and finish cutting it up. But yeah, it looks and smells super good. I mean, the spaghetti and meatballs I've made many times before, so she's had that a bunch of times. You know, it's good. Yeah. But the pizza, that's what I want to try. You want to? That's for you. I'm gonna try this one. Ready? Yeah, let's try it out. Salud.
Quedó bien.
Fuck yeah. Oh wow, super good. Wow. Huh, who would have thought? Man, that's really good. Man, the pizza came out really good.
Sí.
Wow. Yeah, a lot better than any of the local stuff we can get out here right now.
La verdad sí.
I guess we can't order pizza anymore. I gotta make it from now on, right?
Bruh.
Anyways, alright. You got that. Want to try one of the cookies or no? What again? Okay. I'm gonna try one of the cookies real quick because I'm curious as hell. What get it? Okay, well, I want to try the dough. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, don't try. They're horrible. Don't eat them. Oh my. Oh wow. Oh wow, those cookies are super good. Huh.
Tienen que estarlo, la harina costó 20,000 pesos.
I mean, they are Italian after all, right?
Yeah.
Right? Aren't they crazy good? I mean, I knew they were going to be good, but man, right? Super good. It's super soft and chewy and creamy. Oh my god. Okay, so all right. Hold on, I gotta. Yeah. We got Gizmo over here. Gizmo, get out of here. All right, so let's go on ahead and cut the last pizza. All right. Actually came out. Man, I can't believe it came out so good right now. Yeah, she's not a big pizza fan. She doesn't like pizza that much. I know, it's like blasphemy, right? For some of you. So if she liked this pizza, that means it's really good. Still trying to, man, this freaking, yeah, so like, oh, the legs are so loose. They don't even work. Did the thing die? All right, see, it died. I'm gonna just throw this in the trash. We're done here. All right, so we're gonna go on ahead and cut. Ah.
No voy a comer otro pedazo.
She's gonna have another slice. It's so good. All right, so I got the other pizza in the oven. We're gonna take that one out real quick. I'm gonna finish that one off. Oh yeah. Careful. Look at that one. Oh, look at that. Ah, so good. It smells so good. Ah, this is so good. Look at that. Hells to the yeah. You guys can see it on camera there. All right. I'm gonna slice it so you guys can hear the crunch. I'm gonna turn off the music for a second. Maybe you guys can hear the crunch. Check it out. Look at that, crunchy.
Bueno, bye.
¿No quiero un pedazo de este? Here, try that one. Hells to the yeah.
Okay.
Now that one looks good. This one looks serious. This is the one with the dough that you made.
I think.
Yeah. So to try it to see if it's more chewy. Let's see if it. Let's see if it's true. If it is more chewy or not.
Espérame, está súper caliente.
Yeah, I know it's super hot. Yeah, burn the roof of your mouth hot.
Se ve más firme igual.
Yeah, that's right. Let's do the flop. All right, no flop. Look at that, no flop. Looks. We got the stringy cheese, nice and hot, right out of the oven. We gotta do the taste test, right? The ¿cómo se llama? Like the pizza guy on. What's his face? Dave Portnoy. You know, the pizza guy? All right, so we got to score this pizza, okay? It has to be cheese, all right? It has to be a cheese only. All right, again, no flop. Oh, the flop on this one is bad. Let's get another one. There we go. Look at that. Very little flop. Nice and firm. This is so hot, it's going to burn. Nice and firm. It's going to burn the roof of your mouth. Nice and hot. And you got the cheese, right? Salute. All right.
Está más crunchy, de hecho.
Very crunchy. Very good. I give this 8.7. Boom. 8.7. What do you give it? Yeah?
Sí.
8.7. It's official. That's it. Pizza review over. Let me try the pepperoni one.
Muy caliente.
Hot. Oh, wow.
Éxito.
Excellent. Right?
Eso sí sabe como mazapán.
Everything came out amazing today. Ah.
Y está súper caliente.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Pretty good meal today, huh? So,
Gracias, abuela, por tu molde.
I mean, give me a break. This is phenomenal for just pizza and spaghetti, right? Pizza and spaghetti night here. right? Best pizza and spaghetti night I've had ever, right? Look at that. So with that being said, while we burn the rest of our mouths, the rest of the roofs of our mouths here, we're gonna let you go because we got a lot of cleaning up to do. Oh, I got a lot of cleaning up to do. We got a lot of eating to do, and yeah, I gotta get ready for the podcast. In fact, if you enjoy everything I put out, you enjoy having fun with me, talking with me, you guys want to hear about what I think about Elon Musk buying Twitter, you know, all that good stuff, check out the podcast later tonight. All the links are down below. We go live 9 p.m. Eastern. We go for about 2 hours, give or take. We just have a lot of fun. And if you don't want to hear the podcast, that's totally fine. We'll see you here tomorrow, where tomorrow we're going to be making some focaccia bread. That's right. So today we made pizza dough. Tomorrow we're going to make some focaccia, so I hope you're ready for that. We're going to be making some fresh pesto. We're going to be making some sandwiches. We're going to be making a caprese salad, and whatever. Tomato and mozzarella salad, you already know. And we're going to be making some sandwiches with the focaccia. I bought some nice meats that I bought from Italy. And then we're going to make some sandwich, you know. Actually, I got them from Walmart and they're from Spain, but hey, whatever, tomato. All right, guys, so thanks again for hanging out with us today. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you guys enjoy the meal. If you guys make this yourself and you already know what's up, if you like this kind of content, don't forget to please like, subscribe, share, follow, share, do all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Thanks again for watching. Peace.